Hey, what's up, and welcome to another video on our channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that I encounter basically on a daily basis. And that's how enthusiasts, or geeks, don't seem to understand the mainstream. And if you haven't realized that yet, that also being true the other way around. So let's see what's the issue. You probably all know it. You don't have anybody to talk to who is just as interested in tech as you are, and you end up talking to some non-techie person about something in tech that you find unbelievably interesting, but they're just not interested. We enthusiasts often don't realize that normal people have totally different interests from us. And because of this, we try to enforce our way of thinking about technology on others, but from their different interests also arise completely different needs. I have to especially thank my sister for opening my eyes on this. You see, we gifted her a Moto G for her birthday 2 years ago, and the Moto G is one of the best budget smartphones that exist, but she hated it. Not because it was slow or because the camera wasn't that great, but because as an Android phone, it received new updates to Snapchat and Instagram a few weeks later than her friends' iPhones. I had no idea how this could possibly be important, but being able to use new hot Snapchat filters is something that matters to more people than you might think. When people asked me in the past what smartphone I would recommend to them, I said OnePlus or Motorola, because those were smartphones that I could see myself using at a given price point. But I soon started to realize that that's not what's relevant. Features that I find important in a phone might not matter at all to a normal person. I like to customize my phone with launchers and icon packs, but most people don't care about the looks of the software on their phone. They just want it to work. That's why you'll never convince a non-tech interested person that custom ROMs are amazing. What people do care about in their phone is there being a wide selection of cases available for it. Again, I never took this into consideration because I hate cases, but it's actually a big deal. And because of this, I just started to point people to whatever Samsung phone suited their needs best. Even though I wouldn't be happy at all with that phone, the person I recommend it to probably will. This is why the consulting business also has a very hard ground to cover. One of the things that we as tech-interested people like to do the most is share our passion. We want to spread the knowledge we have about what products and services are great with others. That's also the core of the tech consulting business. But while you might think that other people will love your advice because, after all, you're recommending them products that you think are the best, the reality is often different. The services you think everybody should use? A person not dealing with technology the whole day might not even have a need for them. This is because of the different needs I mentioned. An occasional cook doesn't need a $1,500 stove or every possible kitchen utensil there is, even if it would make their life easier. And just like that, a person who just wants to chat and take pictures on their phone, which the majority of people actually is, doesn't need a fancy custom ROM, but rather a great selfie camera. TechAltar made a great point in a recent video of his about how enthusiast brands will betray us, which was one of the inspirations for this video. His video is a great watch, by the way. His story behind series is amazing. He explained how enthusiast brands will eventually have to move away from us as a niche audience if they want a more sustainable business. You could see this with Oppo, who started out as an enthusiast brand with the Find 5, but now sell a great number of phones by just putting great selfie cameras on them. A great selfie camera just sells better with the mainstream audience than a Snapdragon 835, whether you want it or not. As tech-interested people, you probably all love Twitter. It's what I would call the most popular niche social network. I love it too, but Twitter is so topic-specific and hard to understand for people who don't fit into its specific audience that it's really having a hard time. I personally really don't want Twitter to go away, but I have to understand that it can't be right for us enthusiasts while also appealing to the mainstream. And this is again a big dilemma for them, because they don't make any money from us, but if they would reorient the platform to the mainstream, they would maybe make more money, but also move away from what the platform once was. So even with web services, there's a completely different demand from the mainstream and enthusiasts. The tech community loves Twitter, but everybody else is just fine with Facebook or Snapchat. There's also the fact that we enthusiasts like to adopt new things early and geek out about them while they're still not mature enough for the mainstream. In the past, geeks told everybody how amazing the internet was, when everybody else was just putting it off as something that won't take off. Today, we have just moved on from geeking out about a modem. There are still people amazed by networking, yes, but the number of people enthusiastic about a category decreases with the increasing maturity of that category. The same happens with everyone's favorite gadget today, the smartphone. But the smartphone is already super mainstream. We're just not ready yet on giving up on it as the current centerpiece of our enthusiasm. And thus we are constantly shaking our heads about how little potential people get out of their gadgets from our perspective. But as you can see, for example, from the decrease of custom ROM popularity with the increasing maturity of Android, maybe we should start searching for the next big point of interest for the tech world, like 360-degree video or virtual or augmented reality. But enough with the examples now. Should we all just stop doing what we love? Well, of course no. But just like you probably aren't interested in cars beyond EVs from the likes of Tesla, your sister will not be interested in phones beyond seeing them as a tool that she happened to be able to put nice cases on. We sometimes just put this off as her not understanding our view of tech, which is of course the best because we're the experts. But maybe come down to earth a little bit and acknowledge that their needs might just be different. Think about the things that they might really have a benefit from and talk to them about those instead of arguing about things they just don't have a need for. There are still things that you use as an enthusiast that have a real benefit to a mainstream audience, like two-factor authentication or a document scanning app. These things might not be as cool as custom software in our eyes, but for the average consumer, they're already plenty helpful and cool, whereas the things we geek out over are just too geeky and even pointless to them. So hopefully this will open your eyes the next time you want to convince somebody of something in tech that you think is the best. Think twice if they would really have a benefit from that. While I'm definitely not asking you to give up on what you find amazing as an enthusiast, that's after all what this channel is about too, at least understand the needs of people who might not be as interested in tech as you are. But what do you say? What examples do you have of convincing someone of something that you find unbelievably cool, but they just put off as not more worth their time than a Snapchat story? Am I seeing this too extreme? Let me know in the comments down below or tweet it at me. Give this video a thumbs down if you totally hate getting inside info about the tech world. But if you liked it, press the like button and get subscribed to our channel for more content in the series. You should also check out a super enthusiastic video about how to turn on your computer with your voice. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter to be notified every time we post a new video or a tech-related article on our website, which you should also visit, because there you will find the written version of what I just said in this video. You should also follow me on Twitter, because I post a lot of cool stuff there. But with that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video.